All right, Alpha Hunters, welcome back to another Tubular Tuesday. Pretty quiet day on the markets, kind of so far. I guess maybe we don't see a whole lot today. But yeah, I mean, if we don't really see much by the end of the day, I mean, this is probably the last quiet day of the week, as we're going to start to get more catalysts throughout the week. We're going to have Fed minutes tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow after the bell, we will have NVIDIA earnings. So, yeah, I'd imagine Wednesday, Thursday, probably going to start to pick up on volatility. Probably see a little bit more movement across the markets. A nice little gap down here today, about a 0.15% gap down. Nice little run for about 2 hours. It wasn't crazy. It's kind of where we are now, at the high of the day, kind of just right where we were about 2 hours after the market open. A little bit of a pullback, kind of a base push. That's kind of where we are. Not too much going on right here. Currently up about 0.1%. Qs kind of steadily, a little bit more steady throughout the day on the upswing, but a little bit more of a gap down here to start the day. About a 0.4% gap down there. Currently up almost 0.1%, not quite. IWM, a little bit more sideways choppy. Nice little gap down, nice little pop, nice little pullback. Trying to just flatline it here over the past roughly 2 hours. So, yeah, not too much kind of going on across a lot of these. DIA kind of flat open, nice little push, came back down. See pretty flat there. RSP, a little bit of a gap down, sideways chop, a little bit of rollover, a little bit of a bounce. All right, I mean that's about it. Currently down about 0.15%. So the RSP is having a little bit of its pullback kind of going on, but we're not really seeing that too much in the Qs and SPY. DIA, yeah, kind of a doji, nothing crazy going on. IWM kind of just waiting. Yeah, I mean, some of these might just be waiting for the moving averages to kind of catch up, and then kind of be off lifting to higher levels. Yeah, you can see the Qs not really wanting to pull back. I know people are probably just optimistic as we are going to NVIDIA earnings tomorrow to the bell. So people, I mean, has there been a reason to be bearish going into NVIDIA earnings? Well, they haven't really given us one in a while. So, yeah, I mean, kind of makes sense unless we have they give us a reason tomorrow after the bell on their earnings, which in that point, I mean, we'll probably see a quick snap bounce off the moving averages. And that'd be about it. Yeah, SPY kind of a flat past couple days. So, yeah, there you go. That's kind of the way the markets are looking currently. And I mentioned it, NVIDIA earnings tomorrow. So, tomorrow after the bell, it'll be a big one. That's going to be after we get Fed minutes also tomorrow afternoon, basically when I do the live stream on Wednesday. So, I'm not really one to think Fed minutes are going to be a big deal, but Nvidia's earnings, obviously, that's going to be a big deal. VIX, that's probably going to be the biggest catalyst for the week too. So the VIX though, kind of just flat, not really doing a whole lot. All right, DXY, it is an interesting spot. Still, just getting sandwiched in here between like the long terms and the kind of the shorter term moving averages here. So just kind of getting sandwiched. It's kind of getting compressed. You're going to start to look for the way it's going to break here soon. And yeah, that's about it. You're just looking for the way it's going to break now. It is compressing in that area. GLD gold looking pretty good. A little bit of a pullback day today. They did rip it last week. So, yep, there you go. 10-year yield did break down today from the bounce of the previous 3 trading days to this level. Okay. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see kind of how it sets up. If it sets up like the DXY where it just starts to chop in here, that would give us a little bit better indication of like where you're probably looking to take breakouts or breakdowns, that kind of stuff. 10-2 inversion, moving a little bit lower today. Nothing crazy kind of going on there. All right, HYG, high yield corporate bonds here. A little bit of a higher move not a higher move, sorry, a little bit of a lower move, mostly from a gap down, but it did trade higher, just come back down here over the past few hours, past few hours here. So, okay. So there's that. LQD trying to bounce from 3 previous days or 2 previous days of pullbacks. Okay. And then TLT, same kind of deal. It's gonna get real interesting here for the LQD and TLT. 10, 20, 50 moving averages kind of coming up. Gonna start to come up. But you get the long terms kind of coming down. You also have the upper ends of this channel coming down. So yeah, we're gonna get to an interesting spot here real soon. Hopefully this would just kind of continue to chop sideways, maybe a couple more days, give us a little bit better of a picture setup before it makes its move. That way you can get a little bit tighter on the entries on, you know, whether it's bearish or bullish, and your stop losses a little bit more defined. All right, taking a look at sector rotation. Ooh, that's pretty good movement throughout the day. You can just look at the morning, just things were kind of all over the place. Utilities, day's best performer. Very interesting. They were performing pretty good this morning. Financials also performing pretty well. Tech, staples doing pretty good. Discretionaries underperforming. Healthcare also underperforming. Real estate, materials, communications, energies, and industrials at the lower end of the day. Okay. So intraday, what it looks like, I kind of figured tech would be doing pretty good intraday. 'Cause tech did gap down, but they've been running pretty good for most of the day. So yeah, tech outperforming there intraday. Probably just optimism going into NVIDIA earnings tomorrow after the bell. Utilities, a little bit outperformance there. Discretionary is kind of in line with the market. Financials underperforming. Energies, real estate, staples underperforming there. Materials, industrials, communications, and healthcare underperforming. Okay. Take a look at crude oil. Okay. This has been kind of an interesting one. We had 2 breakdowns that we tried to do earlier in May. Obviously, you can see the pretty good lower wicks from when we were trying to break down. Getting a little bit of a lower wick today. But we're starting to go sideways for a while. Maybe this kind of is a base. We push higher. Gotta like the lower wicks down here, but too much longer. Like especially if we roll down here a little bit towards the end of the day. I mean, this thing, I mean, very possible just kind of gets pushed down by the moving averages. And I still might be thinking that the moving averages might just push this thing down. I would be willing to make a bet in that direction, in the bearish direction here on crude, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking. Looking at crude, yeah, gasoline's kind of getting pushed down by the moving averages. I know heating oil probably won't be as much because it's been really lackluster beginning part of this year. Yeah, heating oil not looking as bearish, but kind of a tough play. I would be looking to play crude oil, maybe bearish. Anyways, let's look at energies. Man, I don't know what's going on with transports, man. Transports they're getting smacked around. Let me bring up the IYT. This is concerning. There's a reason why I have the transports here. There's a reason why I have the IYT here. The transports are the ones that will dictate and show the economics and things that are going on. And the fact that they are setting up a pretty nasty head and shoulders here. I mean, obviously you got the head. You even got, shoulder over here, neckline. You got the double head here. And you got this thing coming back down to the neckline. Shoulder. I mean, it's not looking good. It's not looking great. Yeah. Okay, we're going to have to keep an eye on this one.